on April the 23rd of 2026. This is our regular council meeting that we have monthly. And this notice is hereby given to the Bruceville-Eddy City Council. We'll conduct a meeting on Thursday, April the 23rd of 2026, beginning at 6. At the regular meeting place in council chambers at City Hall at 144 Wilcox Drive, Eddy, Texas, and notice of meetings given time, place, date, and subject was posted and described in the VTCA Government Code 551.041 for the purpose of considering the following agenda items. I have been taking classes in learning how to do the right way to do a council meeting and agendas and with TML and everything. So this is our first, basically, we had a trial run last month, but this month we started, and what we're doing here, if anybody sees anything on the agenda that they need to talk about, that's the citizens, if you have to sign up for each subject that you want to talk about. So each separate sheet for each agenda item you want to talk about. And you have to have your name and your place of residence, okay? And then that will be turned in to the city secretary, and you will have your 5 minutes at the beginning of the council meeting. If for some reason you don't want to do it at the beginning of the council meeting, you can do it before the agenda is read, and you can do it then, and then you will have your seat, and then it'll be discussed here. We will not interact with the citizens whatsoever. Okay? All right, so I just kind of want y'all to know a little ahead of time, so if you need to get your agenda done, you want to talk about something, please sign up. Okay? All right, meetings are available to watch on our YouTube channel. Search for the City of Bruceville-Eddy and click the subscribe button. Call to order. All right, good evening, everyone. I would like to call to order the April 23rd of 2026 City Council meeting for the City of Bruceville-Eddy, Texas. The time is, of course, we started at 6, but it's 6:02 right now. All right, let me get that recorded here. Everything will be recorded. Please make sure to place your phones on silent as we start the meeting. At this time, if you would please stand for our prayer. We're going to lead it off. Mr. Yeager from the First Baptist Church was going to be here tonight to lead us in prayer, but something came up and he couldn't be here, so y'all got me again. So you just have to bear with me. All right. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for everything that you do for us. Lord, I just pray that you'll continue to watch over all of us in the City of Bruceville-Eddy. Please protect us from things that are going wrong, and if they need help out there, Lord God, please let them speak up and ask for help, because there's somebody out there that might could help. Lord, I also pray that you'll watch over our first responders, our police department, and our city council, our city workers, our guys out in the field that work in this heat, and they work in the humidity, and they work in water up to their ears. And they get cold, and they get tired, but they still do their job. They are working very hard. So if you see them out there working, just stop them and say, hey, thanks, guys. Thanks for what y'all do. Lord, I also just pray that you'll just take care of the citizens. There is so many of us here in Bruceville-Eddy, and we all love you, Lord God. We all can't be here, so that's why we have it on YouTube. Lord, I just also pray that you'll just be with everyone. I mean, that's all we ask. And we're not all perfect. Nobody is, Lord God. There's nobody here on earth that is perfect. And nobody on earth is to judge anybody else, Lord. That is your place when we come and meet you. So, Lord God, I ask for all these things in the precious name of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Okay, allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, one state, indivisible. We done that one real good, did we not? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I kind of jumped the gun a little bit. Mr. Yeager from the First Baptist Church is now in house, and he has a prayer for us. He's going to lead us in prayer. He is also in over the First Baptist Church in Bruceville-Eddy. He is our new pastor in town, so we want to make sure everybody welcomes him, and he's going to leave me with times and stuff of his services and stuff he has. Ms. Jaggard, if you'd please take this mic, please.
Well, it's good to be here this evening. Thank you for the invitation. Let's go ahead and order of prayer. We thank you for the opportunity to be here this evening and praying for a wonderful meeting. Heavenly Father, we come to thee and we thank you for the opportunity to be here tonight. We pray you give wisdom as this council meets. We pray you allow us to see the city move further and advance. We pray that you would give wisdom and give clarity of thought. We thank you for this great city. We pray you give the mayor, give the council. You should know that you are ruling over all, Lord. You've appointed these ones to help us. We thank you for the opportunity to be a small part of this city. In your name, amen.
Amen. Mr. Yeager, you're very welcome to stay and listen to some of the council meeting if you'd like. And we want to thank you very much for coming and leading us in prayer tonight. Thank you. All right. All right. Community announcements. Okay. I have a couple of community announcements, and then I'm going to turn it over to somebody else if they have anything. The chlorine cover will be completed the 31st of April. Sorry it's running a little bit late, but we're getting it done. I just have to have patience with us, please. The office will be closed on May the 25th for Memorial Day. And, of course, Mr. Yeager from the First Baptist Church is here tonight, and we welcome him very much. And then our National Day of Prayer will be May the 7th, and we're going to have it outside at our flag stands, where our flags are. That's one of them, and they're going to have several National Day of Prayers in the City of Bruceville-Eddy. Mother's Day will be May the 10th, so don't forget that. People, you don't want to be in trouble, okay, Mr. Lawrence? Okay. Anyway, so now, does anybody else have any announcements? Mrs. Danielle? State your name, please. And
Yeah, it's weird saying Mrs. McGurr because there's a couple of them in the room now.
oh.
I'm Danielle McGurr. I live at 215 Henry Hill, and I'm here representing the United Church of Christ.
You know,
We are all having a night.
it's a night.
It's a long day, let me tell you.
United Methodist.
Methodist Church. There we go. I can get down with what's going on. So, May 1st is our first Friday bingo at 6:30 at the United Methodist Church here in town. May the 15th is our third Friday bunco night. And then on May 30th, our church is going to be hosting a community garage sale. So please reach out to us if you are interested in being on the list of homes that are going to have a garage sale in the area. The person coordinating it is collecting anybody who wants to have a garage sale that day, and she's going to make a big list and map it out for people and everything. So if you want to be a part of that, let us know. And if you live further outside city limits, we are taking people that want to have a garage sale at our church, $10 outside, $20 inside, and so they can bring their goods at the church and have a booth at the church.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I don't want to have a garage sale, but can somebody donate items to the church for them to sell? Just donate?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
I had to make sure I got that permission, but yes, because I know that that's what I'm doing.
Gotcha.
We cleaned out our garage last weekend, and everything that I've cleaned out, or what Colton cleaned out, because all his family stuff, is all going to go to the church, and then the proceeds will go back to the church.
Mhm.
Right now, the church is trying to raise funds to repair the historic building. The brickwork on that building needs to be repaired before we can do any further repairs on the building. So that's what we're raising funds for.
Okay, all right. Any more announcements? Anybody else have any other announcements or anything that they would like to let people, the citizens know? Okay? The mic's not on?
Oh, on here?
There you go. There it is now. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, all right, citizens' comments and reports. At this time, comments will be taken from the audience on any subject matter. To address the city council, please fill out the form located on the table just inside the council chamber and deliver to the city secretary before the meeting begins. Please limit comments to 5 minutes. In accordance with the Open Meeting Act, council may not discuss or take action on any item that has been posted on the agenda. And if anybody wants to speak on something that is not on an agenda item, then they also have 5 minutes and we will take them first. So anybody would like to speak, and I think we have one that wants to speak, is Jonathan Lewis. Jonathan, if you would come up here and, to the mic, please. His item is not on the agenda.
All right. Hopefully this is on and working now. So I'm Jonathan Lewis. I'm the Assistant Chief with the Bruceville-Eddy Fire and Rescue Department. I want to take the opportunity to let you all know, council as well as the citizens, some of the things that the fire department is doing for you and some of the things we're doing to continue to serve the citizens and improve the quality of service that we're offering to everybody out there. You know, most of you see us running down the road with lights and sirens, and unfortunately, sometimes you see us on your absolute worst day, and you don't get to put a face to the department, so that's kind of what we want to do, bridge that gap as we have opportunity, maybe even monthly, to present some things to City Council, so you're aware of some of the things that we do. You know, the team that we have on the fire department is very, very good, and I really appreciate the team and the hours that they put in, some of the sacrifices, all the sacrifices that they make. And those sacrifices range from the hours and hours that they spend in training, whether it's a monthly trainings or the weekend trainings, and then of course the calls in which we respond to. So if you're out there, I know this is can be a thankless job sometimes, like PD or maybe even City Council. But if you're out there and see them on a call, definitely thank them for what they do for everyone here, because it is a sacrifice with everything there. So, I'll let you know first off here that to date, if I have the numbers correctly, we responded to 134 calls so far. March was a slow month for us. We had 27 calls in April to date, and today's being the 23rd, we have 38 calls. And those calls range from lift assist to structure fires to deaths and cardiac arrest, and just a huge range that we have in there. Our call volume is definitely increasing with everything there. And with that call volume, it requires us to do more trainings and be more prepared for the calls that we have here. A couple of things that I wanted to share with the council as well as the citizens that we have here is things that I'm proud of, and I know Chief is proud of as well, and some of the trainings that we have coming up here. 4 of our firefighters currently are attending the Legacy Fire Academy that Robinson Fire is putting on twice a year. This training academy is 6 months long, many hours. I think it's 1 or 2 weekends a month, as well as an online course. And upon completion of this, it'll allow them to be hazmat certified, as well as Firefighter 1 and Firefighter 2 certified. We're halfway through that class, and I'm happy to report that we have 4 firefighters that are currently certified to the awareness and operations level, which is a huge accomplishment for Bruceville-Eddy. Upon completion in June, all 4 of them will have Firefighter 1 and Firefighter 2. We also have another firefighter that's getting ready to do the same, so at the end of the day, we'll have 5 people that will be certified firefighters, certified to different levels of hazmat as well. And I can't tell you how proud I am of the team in the efforts that they're putting in that. A lot of dedication. We had to rearrange some things to make this work for everybody, so definitely proud of that as well. In 2026, we have been aggressive in our grants. We went after several grants this year. The one I want to talk about tonight is the Health and Wellness Grant. We was awarded that this year to the total of $4,288. This has allowed us to buy soap and shampoos so that we can wash ourselves after the fire. So we're exposed to carcinogens and a high cancer risk in the things that we do. It's allowed us to buy more Nomex hoods to protect our faces and our heads and everything, as well as structural firefighting gloves, things that we desperately have needed. And so there's other grant opportunities that I think we'll talk about as we get those down the road as well. I will leave that for somebody else as well. One of the things that I'm most excited about is we just learned that we have the opportunity to do some training in an acquired structure. An acquired structure is a house or whatever that you would want to get rid of. Maybe you're tearing it down, and you offer the fire department the opportunity to do some training in there. and we're super excited about that opportunity. That'll allow us to do some search and rescue training, allow us to do down firefighter training, vent training. We'll be able to smoke it out, so we do all kinds of things. And we're gonna work with our mutual aid partners, Lorena and Moody, at the very least, to do that training as well. That should be in the next month or so, so we're super excited about that. And then lastly here, wanted to tell you too, we're working closely with the Bruceville-Eddy Police Department in some search and rescue type training. As I'm sure most of you know, PD now has some operators that are drone licensed, as well as I believe they've purchased a drone. And so they want to do some training on their side of things. We want to do some training so far as search and rescue, triage, helping patients, maybe low-angle rope rescues, who knows what that is. Possibly, we have no dates on any of this stuff, possibly in the middle of summer or fall as well. And lastly, the only other thing I could say is, you guys are always welcome to come to our meetings. We meet the second and fourth Tuesday of every month at 1900, and we'd love to see you guys there and come out there and see what your firefighters are doing for you. And that's it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you for the items. Okay, yeah. Okay, our next speaker is Joyce McLaughlin, and she wants to talk on the agenda item roll-off service. Ms. McLaughlin, you have 5 minutes.
I have to adjust this because I'm short. First off, the agenda item I have a little complaint. When you read the agenda item, it doesn't give you enough information to really know what the discussion is going to be. So it's sort of hard to discuss it if you don't have any good details in there. I'm not talking about a huge amount, but a few. Unless you read the packet. I happen to read the packet, so I know what you're going to be talking about, but not everybody has that kind of time. But on the roll-off service, I know you're going to discuss about possibly canceling the roll-off service. And I think that's a bad idea for the community. It's a wonderful city thing that we do. I know that money has been put aside for that it has been budgeted in, and that there's plenty of money left to get that done the rest of the year. It helps citizens who may have a hard time being able to pay the bill at the dump site to get their things dumped. They can bring it to the roll-off space. I know that there was a mess made out there recently, and it caused a problem. I don't know if you have cameras up out there, but that could be something you could consider, is putting cameras up so that if someone does decide to dump their garbage in front of our gate over there, that at least you'll get them on camera, maybe get their license plate or a description of some kind, and then Chief can step in and help with that. But I really think it's a great thing that the city does for our citizens. It helps our citizens keep their yards clean, keep things out of their yards, and keep from having to talk to Chief Dorsey when they're in violation. And I would hate to see the council vote that we would stop doing that. I think it's really good for the community, and it helps our citizens a lot. So, thank you.
Okay, all right. Did anybody else want to speak on any agenda item on tonight's agenda? Okay, all right, moving right along, number 7, consent agenda. Yeah, might as well go ahead and get that taken care of. Yeah, okay. We're going to do roll call before we go to number 7. Of course, everybody knows everybody here. They know the Chief of Police, Michael Dorsey. They know Gene and Johnny and Ron with the Water Department. They know Jamie, and they know Renee, and they know Lawrence. They know Mr. Wiggins, Councilman Wiggins. They know Councilman McGruer, excuse me, Councilman Richardson, Councilman Prater, and Councilman Melissa. And of course, everybody knows me. So, and that's all that I know that's here. Of course, we have some volunteer fire department here tonight. We have Ron Engelking. We have Butch and his wife. They're here. And of course, y'all heard from the gentleman that was speaking tonight. And then, yeah, Jonathan. And then our new guy that's coming on board, back there, Ron, he also works for the water department, so he's on there, so, but that's, just want y'all to know who everybody is, okay? In case y'all didn't know, all right? Now we're gonna move right along to number 7, and it's the consent agenda. All consent agenda items are considered routine by city council and will be acted on with one motion. There will be no separate discussions of these items unless a council member requests an item to be removed and considered separately. We have A, council discuss, consider, and probably take action to approve the minutes from the regular council meeting, March 26, 2026. Council to discuss, consider, and probably take action on the March 2026 financial report for the general water and sewer fund account. C, council discuss, consider, and probably take action to accept the City of Bruceville-Eddy's fiscal year 2024-2025 financial statement with independent auditor's report presented at the March 26, 2026 regular council meeting. So, does anybody have anything they want to remove?
I'd like to pull A just for a small change, Mayor.
For a what, sir?
I just want to change the wording on one of the things on A.
Change the
if that's
wording?
possible.
Okay, change the wording. Any
So-
others?
Oh, sorry,
Okay, any others?
my bad.
Okay, do we have a motion for B and C?
I'll motion to accept B and C.
Okay, and a second? Okay. Mr. Richardson made a motion to accept B and C, and Mr. Graham, I'll put it that way, made the second. So, all in favor for that? Okay, okay. All right, so we're pulling A, council discuss, consider, and probably take action to approve the minutes for the regular council meeting, March the 26th of 2026. Okay, what is your concern there, sir?
It's a small thing, but on the
That's okay.
fire hydrant, number 21 of the minutes, I just kind of like to change the wording that I introduced the topic and then recuse myself from any further debate or voting on the topic.
Okay.
That's it.
That's it? Okay. Did you get that, Renee? Okay, all right. Okay. So with that being changed to number 21 being changed by Mr. Richardson, Councilman Richardson, do I have a motion to accept this now?
Point of order.
With the point of order? Yes, sir.
Just to amend item A, it should approve minutes as amended.
As amended. Okay.
That's, the agenda should point that.
Okay. All right. So we'll take those minutes as amended.
Okay,
Okay.
and I'll make that motion.
Make a motion. Do I have a second? Mr. Richardson, second it. All in favor? Unanimous. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Number 8, items for consideration. The city council will discuss, take action, or pass on any of the following. Council to discuss, consider, and possibly take action to approve the final plat for property owned by Doris Ann Stewart, being lots 1 and 2, block 1 of Archie Lane, addition to McLennan County, Texas, recording volume 670, page 171 of the deed records of McLennan County and totaling 1.989 acres, further described as 201 Archie Lane, Bruceville, Texas 76630. And do we have the person here that wants to talk about that? Brought this up? Okay, we'll turn it over to Lawrence.
Thank you, Mayor. So this is the final plat. They did do the preliminary plat sometime before I was here. A lot of back and forth. They disappeared for a while, came back, settled up on all of their fees, and have corrected the minor amendments we were requesting of the final plat. It's now in conformance. This is a view of it right now that we have on the screen. They just basically broke their one lot into 2. You can see where they drew the line there. And we have our letter right here from MRB. They did a review as well and have notified us that all issues have been addressed, and everyone, including myself, is recommending approval. That is all. Thank you.
Does any of the city council have any questions for Lawrence about this subject?
No,
Mr. Wiggins?
no,
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna approve it.
Okay, yes, sir. All right. Okay, Wiggins, all right, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Mr. Prater seconded. Okay, now we can, is there any further discussions of this between the council? Does council want to make any discussions about this? Okay, all right. Now we have a motion and a second, so all in favor? Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, it has been approved. All right, moving right along. All right, E, council to discuss, consider, and possibly take action to award a construction contract related to the TXCDBG number CDB 23-0167 water line improvement project. Do we have anybody to speak on that, or Mr. Lawrence, would that be you? Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Mayor. So this is in relation to the awarding a contractor for construction on a water line improvement that we are wanting to do on an alley that's in between 3rd and 4th Street. We received the grant to do such. We do have a little bit of a match portion to that, meaning we have some buy-in. We have to expense $25,000 in the end to get up to $500,000 from this community development block grant. So design has already incurred, and we paid for that. The next part is construction. So we held public bids, and M5 is the ones that did that. So Mr. Scott Murr, am I saying it right? Murrah. He's here representing M5M, and I don't know, do you want to take it over from here? Or?
Yeah, I can talk a little bit about it. We did receive quite a few bids on this, and the low bidder was RSD Site Development out of Belton. We did our due diligence, checking references, things like that. Everything came back clear. Matter of fact, we're using them on another city's CDBG project that's already started. They mobilized pretty quick, and they're moving really quick. Their whole deal is hurry up, get in, get out, get done. So that's kind of what we need here. So we do have, like Lawrence did state, we do have $500,000 in this grant. The bids were very competitive, so much so that we're looking at doing a second bid to expend the rest of the funds. So we're looking at extending this 6-inch line to connect to the 6-inch that's on 3rd Street. Basically to provide us a couple of loops in there, get that water flowing through there. That will be coming in probably in the next month or two. We'll do that second project. So right now, my recommendation is to award the project to RSD Site Development out of Belton in the amount of $193,769.56.
Okay, thank you. All right, does any of the city council have any questions for the staff or for Lawrence? Mr. Wiggins?
Okay, just for clarification, that grant will cover all of that nearly 194,000?
Yes, sir. The city did have to put in a $25,000
Yes.
match, but that was paid during the design. The city paid that up front.
Right.
So any expenditures from this point forward is all paid through the grant.
Okay, that's all I had.
Does any other council member have any questions? Yes, sir. Mr. Richardson?
So I'm looking at the agenda item, it said the, shoot, I scrolled past. Sorry, so the city's already paid the full 25 already? Okay, I just got a little confused on the wording right here, so, all right, that was it.
Any other council member have anything, any
Yeah,
other questions?
I'll add, you know, we are dealing with another consultant, public management, and they've informed me that, you know, something a little bit differently, but we'll in the end, the community development block grant people will make sure they get their $25,000 one way or another, and we won't overexpense that. Yeah.
Okay. All right, no more questions? Okay. Do I have a motion?
I'll make a motion, ma'am.
Okay, Wiggins, okay. Do I have a second?
I'll second. Okay.
Prater? Okay, now, is there any further discussions among the council members about this?
The motion
Okay.
was for that motion for award the
Yeah.
bid to that
Yes, sir.
RSD site.
Yeah, sure,
Okay.
but I have a, you know, if anybody has anything they want to discuss about it, we can discuss it now.
I do have a question.
Okay, yes, sir.
How long will it take for this project to start, once we approve it?
To start, so the process right now is the council decides to award this project to the contractor. I've got a notice of award here that I need the mayor to sign. They have 15 days to get their bonding and insurance back to me. And if I review it, everything is in line. We set a pre-construction meeting that's when I issue a notice to proceed, and that issues their start date. So we're probably looking at about a month before we actually see contractors out on site.
Okay, good deal.
That's
All right.
at the earliest.
All right, Mr. Archie?
And I'd like to add, I like how they do things. We've been having a lot of meetings, pre-construction meetings, bid meetings, we got more meetings, and so that's good. We're staying on top of the communication and, you know, talking expectations and what they need and figuring out, you know, who's doing what.
Thank you, okay. All right, now that I have a motion and a second, are all in favor? Any opposed? Nope. All right, moving right along. Motion has passed. Thank you, sir.
You have a notice of award here, if you don't mind, if you can sign it.
I sure can do
Either
this.
scan it or,
I'll send it to you.
I'll sign, oh, no, I guess I can do it
yeah,
now.
it's whatever you want to do.
Okay,
And just share back a copy with us, it'll be fine.
I'll scan it and send it out to everybody.
that sounds good, sir.
Thank
There
you.
you go. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You have a blessed day. All right. All right, F, for next agenda item. Council to discuss, consider, and possibly take action to close Liberty account for Clear Creek Ranch Development for a credit of $1,666.15. Do we have somebody here that wants to speak? I think you brought that up, Mr. Wiggins. Was that yours?
Yeah,
Okay.
yes, ma'am, I brought it up. It's just, we just need a matter of house cleaning, basically, on the finance side. And Esther talked with our auditor also and recommended that we go ahead and close that out.
Okay.
So with that said, I mean, I'll make the motion.
Okay, well, I first need to see here, since
Yes,
we're
ma'am.
changing this up, do we have somebody here to speak on this item, and that was Mr. Wiggins? And does any of the city council have any questions for Mr. Wiggins on this? None?
Nope, I'm good with it.
Okay, all right. Hearing no questions, do I have a motion? And Mr. Wiggins made a motion.
I'll
Do I
second.
have a second? Mr. Prater seconded, or Richardson seconded it?
We sound
Seconded
sorry.
it. I'll get that down in one day. All right, any further discussions about this account, okay? Since there is no more discussions about this, do we, all in favor? Any opposed? Nope, it has passed. All right, G, next item. Council discuss, consider, and probably take action to adopt ordinance number 0423261, amending ordinance number 152023-2, updating regulations of sex offenders, residency, and application for exemption, valence from sex offenders, residency restrictions. And I think Mr. Chief Dorsey, did you have that? And that is your thing, isn't it? Okay, if you want to talk about that?
Yes, ma'am, thank
Okay.
you.
Yes, sir.
Evening, everyone. So before council tonight is an amendment to our ordinance for regulation of sex offender residency. I have a few notes on that. I just wanted to apologize for the delay in getting everything to y'all. Once I drafted my initial ordinance, I sent everything to the city attorney, and it took them a little bit of time to review everything and make their revisions and edits. And once we got all that ironed out, then they got it back to us. But it has been reviewed and approved by our city attorney. But in regards to our amendment, the city adopted the original sex offender residency ordinance on January 5th, 2023. That ordinance established child safety zones, imposed 1,000-foot residency and presence restrictions. It addressed leasing and rental issues, provided exemptions and defenses, and authorized penalties and injunctive enforcement. The amended ordinance keeps the same framework in place, but substantially improves how key terms are defined, how exemptions are administered, and how the ordinance can be defended and applied. A few other things that the amendment gives us is cleaner and clearer and more comprehensive definitions. The amended ordinance substantially improves the definition section compared to the original ordinance. The amendment provides clear definitions for child safety zone, permanent residence, temporary residence, legitimate purpose, premise, and undue hardship. One of the key changes is on the improved child safety zone. language. The amended ordinance expands and clarifies what constitutes a child safety zone. It expressly states that the child safety zone includes the entire property, parcel, tract, or lot on which the facility is located, including buildings, structures, parking areas, sidewalks, easements, within the property boundaries. This is a big improvement over the original ordinance because it eliminates uncertainty about whether only a building or the entire property is covered. That added clarity supports more consistent enforcement and more reliable mapping. The amended ordinance replaces older residency language with clearer modern standards. It defines permanent residence to include not only where a person stays more than 7 consecutive days, but also property the person owns, rents, leases, or otherwise controls for residential purposes. It also refines temporary residency language to address short-term stays more directly. This is important because transient or informal living arrangements can otherwise create loopholes or make the ordinance difficult to apply. The amendment better captures real-world residency situations. The amendment also improves the exemption process. Under the revised ordinance, the chief of police makes the initial exemption decision, must provide written notice of the decision, and the applicant is expressly given the right to appeal a denial to the city council within 10 days. This is a major procedural improvement because it creates a cleaner, more organized administrative process, improves documentation, and helps ensure fairness and consistency. The original ordinance referenced council discretion, but the amended version provides a cleaner, more transparent path for application or to review on appeal. And then I did include updated supporting exhibits and maps. The amended package includes updating child safety zone maps labeled Exhibit A for the BISD campus and Exhibit B for the City Little League field. Including these exhibits in the final package is important because the ordinance expressly relies on mapping and public availability of prohibited areas. The updated exhibit helps make the ordinance understandable to the public and more practical to administer. I have a few other notes, but that's the main highlights.
Okay. All right. All right. So, do we have any questions? Does the council have any questions for Chief Dorsey on this subject?
I do.
Okay, yes, sir.
Looking at these maps, Chief, the ordinance goes off of property lines, right?
Yes, sir.
Like a certain distance from property lines?
It's 1,000 feet from the property lines.
These maps need to be redone then. Looking at them, I mean, the property lines aren't gonna be in a circle like that. I mean, they're gonna be boxy, not just but that's my only concern with this.
Only concern, okay. we
Because you
can-
just talked about the importance of accurate mapping, and those need to be looked at again.
Okay. Does anybody else have any other questions for Mr. Chief Dorsey? Okay, all right. Do I have a motion? No motion?
I'll make a motion that we approve this,
Okay,
but there is some discussion in it.
okay, and there, you seconded it, okay? All right, now, is there any further discussions among the council?
Yes, on these properties,
Yeah.
on these property lines, can we go back and do this after we approve this, or is this?
That's a question for Lawrence right there.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Can we go back if we accept this, like how he's got the maps drawn?
I'll make a subordinate motion if I can have the floor.
Yes.
Okay, the
Okay.
subordinate
Yes.
motion would be that it would be approved. Oh, let's go turn it off. Oh, there it was.
Hand it on and on.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
I'm the master of this. So, anyway, okay. So I'm going to make a subordinate motion that says that this would be approved and that the maps on this comply with the county's what do we call that?
Appraisal district.
Appraisal district maps. So it'll show the actual boundaries. So the ordinance passes, the exhibits will then be amended to show proper county boundaries. Yeah, and I'll need a second on that.
Okay.
I'll second that.
Okay, Mr. Wiggins made a second on that. Okay, and is there any more discussion on this?
Quick question,
Yes, sir.
Mayor. So, Mr. McGruer, did you say just county in general, or did you specify McLennan County? Because the ball fields are gonna be in Falls, just so.
No.
Okay, yeah, okay.
For McLennan and Falls appraisal districts.
Yeah, when I referred to county, I referred to the county in which the land is actually situated.
Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, any other discussions?
I'm sorry, I have one thing to add.
Yes, sir.
In
Oh, yeah, you're right.
with the maps, you know, I tried my best to accurately depict it, but I was thinking with the McLennan CAD, I'll reach out to them, the appraisal district, and also McLennan County, and see if they can, because they have, of course, they have better mapping software than I do, and I'll reach out to them and see if they can help me create that kind of map.
Good, that'll be appreciated, thank you, Chief.
Sorry about that. I was wrong. Hungry Hill is in
That's,
Falls. I was
yeah,
looking at the wrong
yeah,
thing.
it's not in Falls County, the ballpark, but I was gonna wait until somebody else say that, but
No,
I
that's
was
fine.
waiting.
I'll admit when I'm wrong.
Okay, fine, you admit, I understand, I appreciate that. Okay, all in favor? Any opposed? Nope, okay, this motion has passed, and we'll get that update on that map.
Yes,
Okay?
ma'am.
Thank you, Chief.
The next item
you.
on the agenda, it is council to discuss and possibly take action, oh, I already done that one. I'm just going right along here. I turned it back on that stage because I was looking up something when I was putting it down. All right, H, council to discuss, consider and possibly take action on the trash roll-off service provided by the city. All right, now, since Ms. Doris wasn't here, what we're doing, Ms. Doris, if there's anything on the agenda, that you want to make a statement on, you are welcome to sign up and talk. You got 5 minutes to talk about it, if there's anything on there.
So you have to sign up ahead of time?
Yes, ma'am, but you just got here and you didn't know that, so that's why, and I also want to say that, Jay Stewart is also with the volunteer fire department, and I didn't see him sitting over here when I introduced all the others.
Can I
so-
make a clarification? It's
Yes.
for the remaining items, for the remaining items that we have.
Yeah, for the remaining items, not the prior,
Yeah.
just the remaining items. Okay? So y'all just bear with me just a moment, because I knew she was here to speak about something, so I wanted to make sure she got her name in.
Is it an agenda item?
It's on this agenda item.
If it's an agenda item, she doesn't need to do that. It's not
Yes, no,
committee comment.
yes, she does, sir. Yes, she does.
Okay.
That's what it says at the beginning of the meeting.
No, she can comment from there.
She can't ask us any questions, and we're not gonna interact with her.
It's an agenda item. It's also on the agenda.
Yes, sir. Just like Joyce done.
We didn't have nothing forms that
Yeah, there should be something out there. Okay, just put your name on it, ma'am. Just put your name on it and your address, and just bring it to me. Okay, now,
What if I just come to a meeting and during the course of the meeting, y'all bring up something and I decide I have a comment on it?
we don't
You
take
still
it,
just
we do not interact with the public anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That is so unusual. You'll have to fill me in.
Yes, ma'am, I will do. Yes, ma'am, thank you. Okay, Mrs. Doris Compton is here to speak on the trash roll-off. Mrs. Compton, you have 5 minutes
Okay.
to speak about that.
I just want to say that I hope the city will keep the trash roll-off. I think it's a good service. I'm assuming it's on here because y'all are considering taking that away from taking that possibility away. And so, even though you're not allowed to speak to me, you could, maybe, I
We
mean,
can
is that
speak to
why
you in
it's
this
on there?
part.
Okay.
Hold on.
So,
We can't? Really?
so I'm hoping that y'all will keep it, and a couple of the reasons I was thinking of, we've used it maybe 4 or 5 times, And to me, it's easier to load it in the back of the truck and take it to the roll-off than dump it out by the road and wait for the heavy trash truck to get it. And back in the day, man, you drive down any of these roads, there'd be couches and sofas and everything you could think of just dumped at the side of the road waiting for someone to come pick it up. And since y'all implemented the trash roll-off, I don't see that anymore, rarely. I mean, every now and then. So I know it is, I know that not very long ago, somebody dumped a bunch of junk by the roll-off, but I just don't want us all to get punished for what someone else did. And that's basically all I have to say.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, all right, and so that's all, that's the only one that signed up. Speak on that. Joyce has been spoke her 5 minutes. Okay, so now, Jean, I believe this is your presentation, so if you'd like to come up and talk about this, sir, or it's back there, you don't have to come up here.
Yes, I wanted that put on there because it's getting out of hand. If the roll-off is closed because of weather, and we posted on Savvy Citizen, we come in Monday and there's mattresses and stuff by our fence, or people dump brush when we leave. There's a desk sitting behind the dumpster now that wasn't there Saturday when we were open. So, I mean, it's getting out of hand. Everybody, you know, when we leave, we can't control what's getting dumped out there. People bring 16-foot trailers and it'll fill up in 2 hours, and then everybody else is mad at us because they can't dump. And, you know, the city does get a free bulky waste pickup if they'll call City Hall the Tuesday before, and they'll come out on Wednesday and pick it up if they get on the list. Our shop is trashy. We're trying to clean it up. We got rid of some big pile of dirt out there. We just burned a pile of brush. Now we have more to burn. And we're just trying to clean ours up. I mean, it's a wonder code enforcement hadn't got on the city, you know? So, I mean, that's just what we're trying to do is, you know, if y'all don't want to get rid of it, that's fine, but when you get rid of the brush, I mean, you can look at this pile that's out there now that was dumped weekend before last when it was forecast to rain. And if it's raining, you can't get in and out of there without rutting it up. So, I mean, that's up to y'all. That's y'all's decision. And I'll answer any questions.
Okay, all right, does the city council have any questions for Jean? Yeah. Mr. Prater?
What does it cost for us to provide this each month?
$500 per dumpster.
How many dumpsters?
We get 7 free a year, and after that, it's $500 per dumpster to set it and have it dumped thereabouts.
Okay.
Plus the 4 hours for 2 people to be out there.
Okay, and did I understand that a lot of times it's just the people that's running little small businesses around here cleaning up scrap and stuff, and they're the ones using it the most?
Yeah, I mean, that's what it seems like to us, doesn't it, Johnny? I mean, you seem like you get contractors coming in there with trailer loads, and they got a water bill saying they're inside the city limits.
I'm sorry, what was that, Johnny?
Yeah, you get most of the people that come up there are regulars, people that live on Anna Hobbs or 4th Street, stuff like that. And they bring maybe a couple of boxes, you know, some small stuff. It's not much. So a lot of times people love to throw away mattresses and couches, which is, you know, that's normal. The problem is stuff like this. This will sit out there in front of our shop for the next few months. We're not going to burn that right now. And then on the other side of this, there's a huge field over there by the solar farm. Y'all know where the solar farm is. It's a huge field. And when we burn that, we're all worried that we're going to catch that field on fire because nobody ever mows it. So if you decide to keep the roll off, I mean, it is what it is. But the brush and the wood, we can't keep that there no more.
Did somebody did somebody try to burn that pile last?
We burnt that
No,
pile.
did somebody try to burn it before?
No, we burn it,
I
whenever
s-
we need to, but it takes a couple of months for us to get burned, and then the whole burn ban goes into effect, and we have this every month. So this gets bigger and bigger until it's about 20 foot tall, and then we have to burn it, and we get 30 foot tall flames, and there's fields all around there, and the wind's blowing, so we have a fire truck out there, but it's some of the biggest fires that I've seen right there, and, I mean, you can see the dumpsters back there too. It's not much. The trash isn't too bad. The brush and the wood is a lot, and it's every month.
And I have a question. Also, and you also said that the city, the weekly trash could be picked up, the bulk, if somebody has stuff, if it does get closed, then if they have some bulk trash, all they have to do is call the city hall, the water department, and let them know that they have trash to be picked up on Wednesday, and the trash truck will send a truck by as long as you tell them what you got, whether it's furniture, boxes, brush, whatever. If you tell them, is this right, Jamie? If you tell them you can have this picked up every week, not just once a month. You can have it done every week, every Wednesday. Okay, that was my question, okay?
Janie can answer that
So
question.
they need to call in no later than Tuesday by lunch and let me know what they're gonna have, so the Waste Connections know how many riders to put on the back of the truck.
Okay,
But it's a service offered every week.
and that's for any citizen inside the city limits?
Inside city limits.
Thank you. Okay, all right, Mr. Wiggins, I think.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
Janie, I was just gonna ask, is there any restrictions on that, of what people can put out?
Just like for the roll-off, no antifreeze, no appliances like that require antifreeze, air conditioners, refrigerator, like refrigerant, stuff like that. No tires, no paint, just like a dump.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Mr. Wiggins?
Okay. You know, do we have cameras out there now?
Yes,
We have them now, but we didn't at the time?
yes.
Okay.
That's why the picture was posted on Facebook.
Did we
Truck
catch
dumping.
who did it?
Yeah,
Okay.
and we've talked to him. And then the same day, Ron was leaving from out there, and another gentleman, not inside the city limits, drove through the gate, and it closed and hit his trailer, and it's gonna cost $6,000 to fix that gate.
Fix the gate.
Yeah. Well, I mean, as far as, you know, whether you have a roll-off or not, if somebody could stop by there and dump something off. But if people got that much to dump, and I know we did this a few years back during the summer anyway, we did it, but we had 2 roll-offs a month. And as far as the money, I'm looking at it on roll-off expense here, and we budgeted $3,300. Year-to-date, we spent $482.50, so we've got $28,1750
Is this-
left, and this is 6 months into the year, so that's 6 months we've
Are we
got that.
discussing or asking questions? This is the asking
Well,
questions period.
This
Yeah,
is,
Well,
this is the,
I'm asking him basically if he knows that money's there.
Okay, that
this
could be
is the
discussed.
4th month into the year, so after.
This
the-
is 6 month in our year. Our year starts in October.
Okay, but does the trash start in October?
I'm talking about towards our budget.
I understand that,
Okay.
but that's where the money is coming from. If the trash starts in January, then in 7 months, we're gonna be charged. So I don't know when they start their physical year over. You know, I just, if it's there, that's fine. I
Yeah.
mean, I'm not about the money. And, it's the garbage that we're having to deal with on a, weekly basis coming in and picking up mattresses in front of our gates.
So, okay, one question then is, in your opinion, are you saying that we need to do away with it?
I would like to, myself, because it would clean up around our shop. You had a question a few months ago about the big pile of dirt, and we got that cleared out, and now, you know, we're trying to get the brush cleared out, and we burned it two months ago? About a month ago, and, you know, and it burns for a week or smolders, and, you know, it's just, you know, we're trying to clean it up. I mean, if y'all want to keep the roll-off, that's fine, but the brush and stuff outside the fence is the eyesore.
Okay, I have a question then, Mr. Richardson. My question, Gene, is, okay, how do I want to phrase it, because it needs to be a question. Does the employees that volunteer their time, of course, they get paid for their time, I understand this, but they have to want to do it, to go out there and do this. Do they ever get in trouble by a citizen, do you get cussed out and fix that?
Yes, we do get irate customers, especially when the dumpsters are full. And, you know, if the dumpster gets full at 9:30, 10 o'clock, somebody is there until noon, and, you know, they're mad at us because they can't dump. We're the bad guys, and we didn't put it in there. It was brought to us.
Okay, Mr. Richardson?
So are there any, I'm not real familiar with the roll-off dumpster program. Are there any restrictions, like how much stuff somebody can bring, or is it just if there's room, they can bring however much they want?
As long as, if they're in the city limits, they can bring what they want. I mean, how much they want. They can't bring paint, antifreeze, oil, and stuff like that. We won't take it. But
if me and my wife loaded up two 16-foot trailers and rolled up first thing in the morning?
correct.
Okay.
And, you know, we open the gate 7:45, 8 o'clock, because there's a line, and you got two trailers. Well, 8:30, 9 o'clock, you're full, and people are mad.
So, in your opinion, so we got cameras and the people that dumped all that out, we got a hold of them. Do you need more cameras out there? Would that be beneficial, or are we pretty much identifying whoever's dumping this out?
Well, me and Lawrence have discussed getting some signs and some better cameras closer to the road for anything outside the fence.
Because those
But,
pictures
yeah.
I saw online were pretty far out.
Yeah, but you could make out.
So
Johnny's got a question, answer for you too.
Okay, yeah.
Even if we weren't open this day, this would still be out there.
Oh,
Because
yeah,
he
no,
would have pulled up and we would have had to unload it. So this would still be there.
All right, Councilman Craig?
Can we do something to the fact that, like you go to the dump and they got a place for trash and then they got a place for brush? Is there another spot that maybe we can take this brush so it's not piled up in front of our water department, that maybe we can dump brush?
Not
where
that
it
I'm
be-
aware of, really. I mean, we got well sites, but who wants to trash up around the well sites too?
Well, it just need to be a place that
And
could
then you
be
gotta deal
burnt.
with TCQ on that, and get permits and stuff.
We don't have to get a permit to burn it now?
We have to contact them, and let them know we're burning it, so they're aware, but, you know,
But it seems like that's the problem is the brush, and it's making it look bad. So if the brush was somewhere else, away from, in front of our water department, that might
How
save.
about the sewer land?
Yeah, we got plenty of sewer land out there. Would that
Quiet in
be,
the audience, please.
I'm sorry,
we could have plenty of that sewer land out there.
I don't know if that's legal or not.
Well, I mean, it's just, you're burning the
Because,
same
you know,
spot.
you got sewer, and Ron, you can correct me if I'm wrong, you're getting sewer gases and stuff too in that.
Yeah, you're gonna get gases where you can't have flames around, so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Can I ask a question? Oh, you want to go?
Go ahead, Lawrence.
Okay.
Have my turn.
I wanted to ask Gene, this is open to the public, this site that we're viewing right now, right? Are there a lot of people that just walk onto this?
Well, I mean, when they come up there, if we're open, you know, we'd take what we can. But when we leave, you may come by, you know, people come by after we leave, after we get off work, and fill up the two regular dumpsters outside, or they'll pile brush out there while we're gone.
I'm
bring one
wondering,
out
you
around.
know, do you see people literally just walking through this, approaching it, walking all over that land?
You know, and, well, I haven't seen anybody walking through there, but then again, if you look at those boards, every one of them's got nails in them, and it's outside the fence. Who's liable for that?
Yep,
City.
it's on city
You know,
property,
if
right?
city steps, if somebody steps on it and gets nail in their foot or whatever, has to get shots and, or, yeah, you know, so that's another thing to consider.
Yeah, we've kind of considered this open to the public. There are some hazards. I went out there and looked at it, so we have to be cognizant of that. Typically, this stuff's in a fenced-off secured area. You know, this is just wide open. You know, like any other job site, you gotta, I mean, we've got insurance on it, but it's pretty wide open, and there's a lot of nasty stuff in there. I've seen a lot of rusty nails and sharp sticks and uneven ground. There's a lot of different things, but I just wanted to point that out. We need to be careful around it. Also, at any point, I really hope we don't get a drop-off of hazardous waste. I just want to let you all know, if people perceive this as just a free-for-all, there's very high expense for certain things, you know, hazardous materials, to get that hauled off and actually accepted. There's a lot of paperwork to it as well.
Lawrence,
So
if
just
you
wanted to point
see,
that out.
the gray stuff in the picture is fiberglass. So before anything is done, that fiberglass has to be pulled out of there. And we'll have to put it in the dumpster to get rid of it, because you can't burn that. And technically, you're not supposed to burn the lumber either. So a lot of that lumber will be pulled out and put in the dumpster. So that's an extra, you know, I'm having to have one or two guys extra during the week to kind of get that cleaned up so we could burn the brush.
Okay, so that the other options that are out there is they could call it in and have bulk pickup at the house, right? That is an option?
Correct.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Richardson?
Yeah,
Yes,
Gene,
Mr.
so
Wiggins.
you said the guy that dumped this pile out, y'all talked with him. Did he come clean it up, or what was the resolution of that?
No, apparently he called the on-call phone and spoke to someone, Keelan, and when I got out there after the guy hit the gate, he had come back up with more, and we turned him away because, you know, Keelan had already told him, well, you're gonna dump it out there anyway, so go ahead. So we didn't pursue any charges or anything on him on that, because he, you know, gave Keelan's name, and so he talked to somebody. So, you know, we didn't pursue anything on it. We just didn't let him dump any more there.
Because I know like the sheriff's office in Waco have an environmental crimes unit. That's kind of when they identify these people. They'll tell them, look, you clean this up or we're gonna charge you, and the charge goes by weight, and it quickly gets up to a felony.
Correct.
So have we taken that approach with any of these people that we've identified illegal dumping?
This is the first one that, you know, I've actually got a call on and pulled it up on the camera and watched the video and took a screenshot of it.
Okay,
And
thank you.
then,
Mr. Wiggins, you have a
Yeah.
question?
Yeah, do we have signage out there that says no illegal dumping?
no, we've never had that
Okay.
issue
Right.
with, you know, this much. Yeah,
Right.
we'll come in and we got the mattresses and,
Right, but you have no signage out there that says no illegal dumping. You have no signage, anything that says that, you're on video camera or anything like that. I think we need to get that.
I've got them ordered. They were supposed to be here today and they sent me the wrong sign, so I had to return it. So I've got 3 signs on order to post out there.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, do I have a motion?
I'd like to make a motion that we add additional cameras, keep it as it is, add additional cameras, put signage up, and table it, like, pretty much reevaluate this in 6 months. I think there's more of an enforcement issue with possibly the PD to get these people, like, once we start making them clean up their own, sorry, this is kind of, do I need to shorten my motion? I apologize. I started going into
It's okay,
discussion.
you weren't, okay, well.
Cameras,
right now-
signage, and reevaluate in 6 months.
Yeah, it's to take action on trash roll-off services provided by the city. So you would like to make a motion to keep the services for another 6 months by and amend that to adding cameras and signs.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask a question?
Sorry about that.
So, the enforcement, are you thinking illegal dumping or?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's illegal dumping. I mean, you can't just dump stuff in front of a fence. I mean, like signage or no, I mean, I can't just, hey, there's City Hall, here's my bag of trash and throw it out the window. So, I
Right.
mean, you don't necessarily have to have posted signage. I mean,
Right.
But yeah, so far as enforcement, I mean, like I kind of discussed, like kind of like the environmental crimes guys through Waco, they're like, hey, you can clean this up or we can look at a criminal case. And turns out a lot of people would rather like not go to jail and will clean up after themselves. And once that gets known that we're enforcing that,
Right.
so.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion to keep it for another 6 months and add cameras and sign, and I have a second. Now, is there any further discussions?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Wiggins?
Okay, yeah, I agree with Mr. Richardson. You know, if we put signage up, and then if we hold their feet to the fire, the word will get out that you will be prosecuted for this, and then that will probably stop this, is what I think.
All right,
Can I ask a question too?
Yeah, this has already been discussed. We've already
Yeah.
discussed that already.
Can I,
Yes, sir.
put my 2 cents in then?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I'm fixing to
Can,
put mine in.
can we add something about excessive amount by people at one time? Because it's not fair for, you know, say Ron to bring trash and he can't get there because he got there at 9 o'clock and the person at 8 o'clock, there was 2 16-foot trailers full and they, you know, and we're not supposed to touch it. You know, we kind of help them out, let them put it in the backhoe bucket and dump it, but, you know,
Can I ask a
we
question?
don't, we're not supposed to touch it, because if we damage their trailer and stuff, then it's on the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, and my discussion is about this one, to the council is, you know, what I was upset about on all of this, that I've been hearing from this for going on several months now with the trash, is that the employees, you know, of course, they get paid to do those 2 hours or 4 hours or whatever it is a day that they're out there. But, you know, they're getting tired of it, you know, and we don't have anybody else that would like to volunteer for it. Plus, they're out there, they're not supposed to even touch the trash, but they're out there with the front end loader picking it up. They're out there, their hands in it, picking it up, because I've seen them do it, and picking it up and putting it in the barrel for the citizen, and yet they get cussed out and talked bad about, and then they get mad and go, well, I'll show them, and then they dump it on the outside. And that's been going on for not just 1 month. That's been going on a while. And it's just now that they're getting tired of it since this guy broke our gate. He literally done $6,000 worth of damage to our gate. You know, his insurance is gonna pay for it. But we got a gate out there that doesn't work, you know? So, you know, so these guys are working really hard.
She's
Okay,
already talked
Johnny?
about that.
If y'all wanna keep the roll-off, I mean, it's gonna help the city and the citizens, they can still throw stuff away, but can we get rid of the brush? Can we just
have no
stop,
brush out there.
just quit taking brush, because it's still, you can put no dumping signs out there, in my opinion, it's just my opinion. And if they see a 20-foot tall of brush already there, and they have a F-150 with a couple branches in it, they're just gonna throw it off. I mean, basically, you're just throwing a little bit of stuff on a mountain.
Yeah. So like if we got signs that says no brush dumping
Yeah,
or
just
something?
don't take the brush. Even if you wanted to wood chip it, you'd have to have 2 guys there constantly wood chipping it the whole time with poison ivy and other stuff. The brush is the biggest problem, and it's on the outside of the fence to where it's access, and we don't have room inside the fence to put it.
Okay, point
We
of
need to
order.
bring this discussion to an end. We're
Okay.
kind of beating this horse to
Okay,
death.
we just keep talking about it. Okay?
What, so does so far as Johnny's point on the brush though, does waste management, so far as their like bulk
They'll
pickup?
pick it up if you put it together.
So if we
Outright.
if we amend this motion to include restrictions on the amount, which is a great idea,
Yeah,
and to ban brush, our citizens will still have a avenue to get rid of their brush.
Okay.
Is that correct?
all right. So we wanna put that
Madam
on
Mayor?
this amendment?
I have
So-
something on the floor. I said point of order.
Point of order.
That is
So we
a
have to stop it.
priority. You have to stop.
We have to stop all discussions that has been brought to order. All right, so we have a motion on the floor to wait about 6 months and with adding cameras and signs. And do we want to make it, put an amendment on that, or maybe add something to that for no brush? Or do we just leave it as it was on the amendment, on the motion?
Well,
I have
he
a
said,
motion
he
for
said,
a motion.
he said stop discussion, so
Well,
the
I'm not-
motion's already there, so you can't
Okay,
discuss it
all
no
in
more
favor
for
of
the
just
ground.
adding cameras and signs?
Point of order or whatever we have to say real quick. So so Graham just stopped all discussion on this.
At the moment, yes.
So what, so.
Because we've been talking about it
I
over and
understand,
over.
I understand that, ma'am, but my question is, so any council member up here can just say we're done with discussion and we're done? Is
Say
that how
that
this
same,
works?
say what he just said, and it'll be done.
Okay, okay. The final ruling on that is the mayor.
So the
Okay.
mayor ruled on your point of order and I just missed it?
If she said we're calling it quits, yes.
That's it.
Okay, so
So
I
we
can
have-
make, call for the question. She can either accept it or reject it.
Yes.
Okay.
Typically, once there's a motion, you look for the second. If there is a second, then you have discussion.
Yes. So now, and we've already had our questions, we've had our discussions, we have a motion on the floor to proceed for 6 more months with adding cameras and signs, and I have a second. All in favor?
May I amend, is it possible to amend that with the additional things we discussed or no?
I think you can amend.
Yes.
Okay, I'd like to amend that first
Okay.
motion I made
Thank
to
you.
include the restrictions and
Brush.
no brush.
No brush,
Or if
okay?
I'm brain-
So-
I'm good with him amending that, I
Okay.
second it.
So who's gonna second it?
No, I second it, so I'm good with him amending
Okay.
it.
Okay,
So
thank you.
I think we have to vote on your first?
No.
No?
No, you can make
The
your
subordinate motion
No,
has
we
to
already
be-
got the motion now, he made them making a vote. All in favor? Unanimous, okay. The amendment is that we are gonna work this for 6 more months, add more cameras and signs, and take away all brush that is dumped out at the city dump, okay? And then, yes, okay, all right. That one's over. All right. Staff report. Council to discuss and consider staff report from the city administrator, chief of police, chief attorney, counseling engineer, and department heads. Everybody in their packet has everything that they have on all of the stuff that we have here. So if they want to talk about any of this, the council has any discussion with, on anything that is on one of these, we can discuss it. If not, we'll move right along,
I'll have discussion
okay?
on the city administrator's report.
Yes, sir.
Within that report, you talk about that, and I'll probably mispronounce this, but Rick Hill Ranch, where is that?
Yes,
And,
sir.
what's that about, their proposed plans?
Yes, sir. So we had a group come by, didn't give any submittals to the city, just a visit.
I can't hardly hear you.
Sorry. So I had a person,
Be quiet in the audience, please.
had a developer group come in to ask some questions, but didn't give the city any submittals, just questions. But they were interested in possibly bringing a development with the talks. Again, I don't have any hard evidence because they didn't submit, of a good-sized subdivision on the north side of town. So we will see if that fruitions. It's actually in the ETJ, a very, very small sliver. May have had a couple of lots within our city limits, but it looks like it's going to be to the ETJ if it so does develop. But again, I didn't really get any submittals, just a visit. They asked a few
Okay.
questions and then kind of left.
On the north side of town, or?
Yeah,
Would
so
that
that
be
would,
west?
I apologize. So that would be technically the northwest.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Well, maybe, I guess it would be the southwest side of town,
West.
actually. It's off 107.
Oh, okay, like you're leaving town?
Yes, sir.
Okay, the other thing, I have two
Or
other
seven.
things. Oh, and you had the, plat and zoning applications did you and Renee work with?
We had Eagle Prairie. Eagle Prairie came by, had a good discussion with them.
Okay.
They are going to be on our next upcoming agenda to do some amendments to the final plat that they submitted, and then also just various other questions. Renee deals with a lot of people that call in with a lot of questions, and then sometimes those get passed on to me. But that'll be on the agenda as for submittals, but we do have a lot of people who always call and take applications, and we answer their questions and then don't submit, but who's to say if they already come with some time?
Okay, the last one is about to tell us about the new well progress.
Yes, sir, thank you. So Tidal has reached out very recently. This was like within the last couple days. They did receive the work back from Falls County. Falls County is apparently a little bit underserved, and they take a while to get Tidal work out of their county. So our company, First Waco Tidal, now has that information, and I did shoot that out to council recently. And the surveyor has also been doing his work, and I do have a preliminary survey in hand. Actually, I think I received it today, so I can share that out with council as well. But things are still progressing, and hopefully we should get notice of a close date, I would hope soon, but that's all that I have at this point. I don't have a firm date that they
Okay.
shared just yet.
Okay, that's all. Everything else is good. That's all, Mayor. Thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, Mr. Richardson?
Hey, Lawrence, I pretty much ask you this every month at this point, but can you give us kind of an update of where the sewer is, where we are in the process, and kind of an estimated date when we're starting to see connections and these roads getting paved?
Great question. I love that one. So I've been on Encore to give me some schedules. They are still doing their work. You remember how many council sessions ago we approved all that money for Encore to do that work? So the latest I got from them is 111 Pine Street. They think that they can be completed with that as of, they said the 27th, so what is that, tomorrow? No, actually it's next week. Yep. The other side near the interstate, they're saying the 24th, so that is tomorrow. That's the one I'm thinking of, sorry. And then 305 First Street, they say that our tree trimming partners will have this completed first week of May, and then our construction partners will be on site after that to complete overhead, so that's putting in poles and lines. And then they had some questions for needing more work from the contractor side with Tabor and our contractors needing to do some work at the wastewater treatment plant before they can hook it up. And I did get that information to Tabor, and he stated to me that they think they can finish that work by the end of the week. But I also asked Tabor what's going on with the rest of our contractors, and he said that he is working on scheduling with them, but we don't really have anything firmed up just yet. He said a lot of it's dependent upon when this power is completed, and then also whenever we get our change order signed, and that is something we'll be discussing here at this upcoming next item.
So are we still looking at kind of the original estimate, first hookup's kind of early summer-ish? Are we still kind of on track for that, or has that kind of been pushed back a little bit?
You know, I have been always kind of throwing that out there, but I think I'm probably going to stop. I got a call today, and this person talked with Janie and wanted to know exactly that, and basically went off the rails and said he's going to be suing us because of all these other previous statements of time, and you know, so I wouldn't doubt that the person's probably going to be watching the video. So I'm going to start leaning on Tabor Engineering and contractors. You give me your schedule, and that's what I'm going to pass on to the public.
We're not going to give any estimates anymore on our own.
Yeah, because this one person made it very clear that he was told one thing and another thing, and he's upset, and he's going to be. That was just a phone call we received today. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. But you know, I think I'm going to avoid making my own estimates up, because you know, I know we're doing good, you know, faith efforts for the community to give them something, but it's because of things like this. We are starting to hear more and more people just upset, you know, that, you know, all I can tell these people is, hey, I will work with you as much as I can. I will talk to your lenders, you know, if I can help in any kind of way from the capacity of the city. But we had contracts in place with contractors, and there were deadlines, and those people busted those deadlines. There's nothing we can do besides remedy that through the contractual provisions, which we are enforcing and looking at, and we will be talking about in the next item.
So without giving an estimate, just to be clear, once what you listed here on Encore, once their work's done, once the wastewater with Tabor's done, then we're looking at the next phase of the project, the Sky Blue starting to make connections, and then after that, then we're looking at roads. Is that still the
Yeah.
same order at least?
I think, yeah, that's a good way to talk about it is, like you're saying, what are the remaining tasks,
Yeah.
right? So we don't have to just narrow down on estimated times. And as soon as I get some really good estimated times, I will share that out, and we'll make sure that the public knows. I've been pushing really hard, and I'm still not getting it. So I'm going to rely on these guys to share it with me, so you're not just kind of getting it out of me, because that's for them to tell us. But yeah, so what we have left, you're right. After Encore is done, they're going to be getting these lift stations up and operational. The main is in, where we are trying to wrap up with BlackRock, but we need for them to do a couple of things, and that's something we need to discuss. After that, I mean, the main's in the ground, lift stations are up, right, whenever that does occur. Wastewater treatment plant is just about completed. I think they have a little touch-up work to do out there, but it's ready to go online from what I'm being told. So really what has to happen next, the biggest bulk, is Sky Blue finishing those connections and service lines to homes. And then after that, getting the streets put back in. Yeah.
Thank you.
And hopefully, I mean, I'll share with you guys, are starting to get notices of price escalations. And that's going to happen just with inflation annually, but also the war that we're in. I've seen this previous at other cities. The prices of materials just escalate, especially oil, like in the asphalt streets. I mean, there's some pretty hefty price escalations coming down the pipes.
Any other discussions?
I've got a
Oh, yes, sir,
answer.
I'm sorry, I didn't see your hand.
So, on the Encore, Bureau Veritas has inspected all the panels, and those are good to go for the lift stations. I was reading meters today, they've already got the power poles and the wire ran at the sewer plant. Hungry Hill is done. They're still waiting on, some minor stuff, but they've got most of the poles put in, and, we still got to get the gates put around the property at the lift station, but power is moving forward.
Thank you.
Thank you,
You're
Jane.
welcome.
Anybody else want to discuss any more of this? The council? Okay, all right, moving right along to the next agenda. And number 10 is executive session. The city council shall meet in executive session to discuss the following: BRCT LLC, doing business as BlackRock Construction, Texas Government Code Section 551.071, and Sergeant Patrol Officer and School Resource Officer, Texas Government Code Section 551.074. This meeting is, we will be going into executive session it is now 7:23 p.m. And we will be back, and a young lady brought some donuts up here for you guys while we're back in executive session. She's trying to sweeten us up. now 8:39, and our executive session is closed. It is 8:39, and our regular council meeting is back in session. And we are going to item number 11, number 12, excuse me. And I think that's Mr. Prater's.
No, I thought we were 11.
11, city council comments, and this is on the items okay, I
Yeah.
didn't see this one. Expression of thanks, congratulations, and condolences, information regarding holiday schedules, honorary recognition of city officials, employees, or other citizens, reminders about upcoming events, sponsors by the city or other entities that are scheduled to be attended by a city official or city employee. So I don't know if we have any of those.
I have
that
some.
We got, yes, sir.
Okay, I'd like to commend Renee on getting that, which, Mr. Richardson had suggested it to her about the video recording in relation to the item number. You know what I'm talking about? And boy, if you've looked at that, that is real nice. You just scroll down and you can click on that item number 3 or whatever, and it goes right to it. You don't have to just sit there and listen to it. So that's a great job, Renee. And also, on this new format that we've got here, I'm not sure who all did that, but
We kind of worked on it together.
you and Renee, okay, I like that. That's very professional, and y'all did a great job on it.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
that's all.
All right, now, number 12, Mr. Prater.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second? Okay, got a second? All in favor? Unanimous, all right. It is 8:41, and this council meeting is adjourned.